It has come to my attention that there are a lot of hiring managers who don't actually know what recruiters do. And to be fair, that's not their fault. I've spoken with a few hiring managers recently who have shared that they have never worked with a recruiter before. So allow me to spill the tea on what really happens behind the scenes. Welcome back to Aspire Hire Conversations, where we pull back the curtain on how powerhouse teams are built in the world of consumer goods. I'm your host, Chelsea Leon, founder of Aspire Hire, and I help CPG brands find the A players who drive growth across beauty and personal care, apparel, and food and beverage. Today, we're talking about something that I think a lot of people, even seasoned hiring managers, wonder quietly to themselves. What does a recruiter actually do? And more importantly, how is Aspire Hire different from every other recruiter that slides into my inbox? Let's dive in. So here is what usually happens in the recruiting world, and this might sound familiar if you've ever opened your LinkedIn DMs. A recruiter gets a job description from a company, they post it on a few job boards, maybe they run some keyword searches on LinkedIn, and then they blast out 500 or more messages that say something like, "Hey, saw your profile, you look like a great fit for a role I'm working on, here's a vague job description, let me know if you're interested." Does that sound familiar? This is what I lovingly call the spray and pray approach. You spray out as many messages as possible and pray that someone replies. Personally, it gives me the ick. And listen, it's not that these recruiters are bad people. They're just working off of a high volume. And here's the problem when you play the numbers game like that with an approach like that, quality just takes a nosedive. The hiring manager ends up wasting time reviewing candidates who aren't right, and you only meet people who are the actively searching lot, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. You risk hiring someone who looks good on paper but doesn't actually perform in the role. And that, my friends, is expensive. Now, let's talk about how we do things differently at Aspire Hire. I am certified in performance-based hiring, which is a trademarked methodology created by renowned recruiter and author Lou Adler, and it completely changed how I think about hiring at scale. Here's the simple version. Instead of starting with the job description, I start with performance objectives. So instead of saying we need a senior manager with 5 years of experience and a degree in XYZ, I'll ask the hiring manager, what will success look like for this person 6 months in? What will it look like in their first year? What problems will they have solved? What outcomes will they have delivered? And that clarity, it changes everything, because now we are not looking for someone who matches a list of buzzwords. We are finding someone who can deliver measurable results. I want to make the most of my clients' time, and for that to happen, I am only going to present you with the top 3 to 5 qualified candidates that have a proven track record in a role similar to the one that you need them to do so that they can hit the ground running with you. It's about aligning what the company truly needs with the top performers actually want, and that's a role where they can make an impact and grow. So when I say that I recruit the A players, what I mean is this: people who have already proven that they can deliver results in similar environments, typically in high growth, founder-led, or investor-backed CPG brands. My searches tend to be for roles like account managers and sales directors in the beauty and personal care space, product development managers, chemists and formulators at the contract manufacturers, supply chain and operations leaders who are scaling from startup to that next stage growth. And here's the key. I'm not mass messaging hundreds of candidates. Each search is high touch and low volume. I might reach out to 25 hand-selected people who directly come from your direct competitors or of your dream companies. Every conversation I have is intentional, because this isn't just about filling a seat. It's about changing someone's career trajectory and strengthening your team culture. When you start with performance, you make better hires, period. You reduce turnover, you build teams that actually like working together, and your company grows faster because everyone is rowing in the same direction. My goal isn't to be the cheapest recruiter in your inbox. It's to save you money by getting it right the first time. And frankly, that's why I offer a guarantee period on every single placement, because I stand behind my level of detail and diligence, and I only want to do this once, and I want to do it right. If you're listening to this and you've ever felt burned by a recruiter, I get it. A lot of people have had experiences where it felt transactional or impersonal or rushed. At Aspire Hire, I think of myself as an extension of your team. We collaborate, we define success together, and we communicate every step of the way. Because the best hires come from partnership, not pressure. When a great hire walks through your doors, it changes more than just one role. It boosts morale, it improves productivity, it gives leaders time back to focus on strategy instead of firefighting. And for the candidate, it can be life-changing. They're not just taking another job at this point. They are stepping into an opportunity that lights them up. And that's what I love about what I do, because every placement done right creates a ripple of impact for the company, for the team, and for the person stepping into their next chapter. So the next time someone asks what recruiters actually do, you can tell them this. The great ones don't just find people. They find the right people for the right reasons. And when that happens, everybody wins. Thanks for tuning into Aspire Hire Conversations. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, please share it with colleagues or a founder friend who's gearing up to hire in 2026. And if you're ready to find your next A player or become one, you can always connect with me on LinkedIn. Until next time, I'm Chelsea Leon, and this has been Aspire Hire Conversations.